Jones ASMR. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody out there is doing well. Today we have a special video because it is my 200th video on the channel, which is hard to believe. But we're here, and to celebrate, I have 2 pairs of shoes for 200 videos. Now, I had put up a post a few weeks back saying, like, for this video, what would the viewers want to see? Jordans, SBs, or something else? And the polls closed with Jordans being in the lead. So, we have 2 pairs of Jordans. Now, I said that they were like rare pairs, or I was looking to get rare pairs. One of these I actually already had, but then I started thinking about, well, what will other people consider rare? Like rare in the realm of like price, where yeah, they're kind of expensive, not your everyday buyer is gonna have them, or rare in like that you don't ever see them. So I tried to do one of each. The first pair, we have the recently released, and they used to be a lot rarer, the Tokyo Jordan 5s with the yellow toe. When the pair originally released, this section here was black, and there were actually a couple of yellow toes. One of them was owned by a YouTuber that I've mentioned on this channel before, S Kicks, and that was like a promo sample version. And then, you know, they re-released them last year, and they all had the yellow toe. So, I don't know how he feels about that. But, here we go. Shoe number 1. These are still DS. You gotta be really careful wearing these because this material is not gonna do well if it gets, dirty. It will not be easy to clean. Not saying it's impossible, but it's not gonna be easy. This reminds me of the pair of Jordan 4s that it's basically the same thing. The Lightning 4s, which I've released twice, and I do have the most recent release, which was, it's not even recent, it was like 8 years ago or something. And I know it's been said a billion times, but a lot of people that weren't as familiar with this pair, when they would see photos of this, they might have confused it for, some sort of like symbol. And what it actually is an inverted view of the number 2 and the number 3. Now, I don't really know what to do with this pair. Do I keep it DS? Do I wear it? I have a problem where the longer I keep a shoe dead stock, the less likely I am to ever wear it. I'm not one of those people that 6 months ago, I posted another pair of fives, and that was the Shanghai fives, which nowadays might be considered a rarer pair of shoes than this, only because these just dropped. Now, the original version, I have no idea when that came out. I don't remember. But at that time, the Shanghai fives, would have taken a backseat to this. But now that these have come out again, I feel like the Shanghais, though not as, I guess, expensive as the original Tokyos, are less seen, less known of. A bunch of people probably don't even know that they exist. And that's a black suede upper with yellow and blue accent colors. With a pair of white pieces. And for fives, I usually take the lace lock off because I just don't find it necessary. Alright, so that's pair number one. What do you think? And then we have pair number two, which actually is also a pair that would not hold up well in heavy rain or snow or getting, mud on them. Again, probably not impossible to clean, but very difficult. Now, this is the pair that does still hold some resale value, and not a lot of people have it. I've never seen somebody wearing it, and that would be a pair of 11s, which don't usually get featured on the channel, but I do have a healthy amount of Jordan 11s. So, here we go. The Banton Jordan 11s. These came out. Can't even see. Tag. 2014. So these are 11 years old. I know it's 2026, but we're only 2 weeks in, so I'm gonna go with 11 years old. These originally came out, they were actually in a pack. Actually, I don't even know if there's been, how many packs have been actually released after this. Not many. Of Jordans, at least. I don't know. I know there's been a few, but not a lot. And they came alongside a pair of, I believe they were the Air Jordan 29s, and I don't know, it was a similar colorway. It was, well, the 29 was mainly white with baby blue colored accents, but everybody was buying the pack only for these because 29s were not wanted. I do have a pair of 29s. wasn't the one, it wasn't the pack. And yeah, it was kind of like Jordan Brand definitely knew that nobody was jumping for the 29s, so might as well put them in a pack with a pair that people will covet. And I've had this pair for a number of years. This one was the most recent pickup. I know there are a lot of Jordan 11s released towards the end of 2025. I got none of them. The one most people wanted was the Gammas with the higher cut patent leather. This shoe's pretty old, so it's a lower cut. I did try for the Gammas, the 2025 Gammas, and didn't get them. But I wasn't, I wasn't really that upset because I do have the 2013 version, and they're in pretty good condition, so it is what it is. And kind of like, I mean, not really, but the little inverted 23 for Jordan 11s, something that some avid Jordan or sneaker collectors might not be aware of, is these thicker rope laces were meant to mimic the net on a basketball hoop. attention grabbing shoes we got here. Sometimes I feel like my fingernails are too long to comfortably tap or scratch on something like this, so that's probably me just overthinking, going crazy. But the patent leather sounds good. Scratch here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. Alright, so that's basically gonna wrap up the video. The 200th video. Insane. Let me know your thoughts on these two bad boys right here. We going with the 11s? Or are we going with the 5s? Or neither, you know, let me know if you hate them. But I like them. I think they're pretty interesting. Like I said before, attention grabbing. Just gotta make sure you wear them in the right leather. I mean, in the right weather, because they're not leather. And, you know, take care of them. So, that's it. Again, thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe.